Yeah, hi guys.
Well, where are you right now?
At my house, I own a bunch of property here.
Oh, you have property there.
Well, I mean, I inherit all this, right?
Oh, okay, okay. Oh, okay. So you're a rich kid.
No, bro, believe it or not, my parents never had money when I was in high school. So I don't know if anyone else experienced this, but my parents only made good money like when I was an adult. So I had the super regular experience, right? I don't know if anyone in chat has experienced that where it's like people will accuse you of coming from like a good family, but up until like grade 12 and college, there was no money. So it's like everyone I met after was like, bro, you had it good. But I'm like, bro, just ask anyone I went to high school with. I grew up, bro. Here's how broke I was, man. Cinco, I guarantee you, you bought lunch at the cafeteria, didn't you?
I brought lunch.
No, you bought it, bro.
Yeah, sometimes.
Yeah, that's you. You were, bro. You were a spoiled brat. That's exactly what I've never bought lunch. I never got to buy lunch.
Okay, I mean, sometimes. Most of the time, my mom would pack stuff like sandwiches in a lunchbox.
Bro, you probably went to school with a nice whip.
Nissan Altima and Nissan Quest had a TV in the middle seat. It was a 2002 Nissan Altima and a '98 Nissan Quest.
Oh, I spit on you. I went to school in Buick Enclave.
Yeah, yeah. What the hell? I had the '98. I still remember that car vividly.
No, I had it for like 1 year in grade 12, but I'm not gonna lie though, if I did grow up with money, you could probably hear it and see it. Have you noticed your buddies who grew up with money since like grade 8, 9, 10, 11, 12? They're always, have you noticed that?
Yes, yes.
When in high school have you gone to the rich kid's house and said, whoa, this guy's so cool? That's like what you do in grade school. In grade school, you're like, whoa. But in high school, you go, yo, this kid's bro. Let's rob him.
Yeah, they would get offended when I would make fun of the rich kids for being rich because we knew inherently that having money meant that they didn't have to go through any trials. They would get offended. They would get offended if you talk about their rich parents.
Bro, they would try and make up fake struggles. Like, what the?
Yeah, they'd always find
I'll
something.
say this, man. I'll say this. I've never gone to a party in my life where the rich kid was cool like in the movies. It's always that broke kid who became a drug dealer and made his own money. That was the cool kid. I would watch movies where the rich kids are the cool kids, and I'm like, how come it's never like that? Even in our industry, you go to the parties and those guys who have like easy money, easy life, easy clout doing nothing. Those guys are,
We had a
like
good call earlier this morning. I stayed up until like 8 a.m. today. And it was a good call. You did a good analysis of people around and of my Dallas friends and of the whole Tate situation. And can you repeat some of those points? Because that was I think that was insightful.
well, I remember saying to you that first of all, my bad. Um, I don't know why I don't just call people. I should have just told you and like cut it out, bro, like or something like that. But instead, I chose to meme the shit out of it.
Yeah,
I
you
was
follow
like,
the trend. You were trying to grip
obviously,
the white people. You wanted to go and take the
no, no,
yeah.
no. Obviously, no. Obviously, it's Sneeko's fault, Chad. Like, let's all like make no mistake about that. In Army, Sneeko ditched me, right? That's how it would look because I've been talking about Catholicism and white being right and white identity for like years. But I forgot how I forgot that normal people just call each other, right? So I should have called you and be like, cut it out, Sneeko. You, you got no more cats on that grill.
Yeah. Tommy Robinson
But yeah,
just
I
tweeted at
remember
me.
the
Hold on.
first thing I said to you was, The first thing I said to you was, "Who's the Muslim in your?" I said something like, "Someone is benefiting tremendously off you," and Warren is cool. The rest I don't know about, but so it's definitely not him. But someone is benefiting in Sneako's ear. They're growing their channels. There's a lot of these Arabs, and I know I'm going to get like a lot of hate for this, but there's a lot of these guys who are not really contributing to Sneako's channel, but he's building theirs. And they have like the ultimate in with Sneako. They're like, "Hey, bro, you're doing it for Islam." And it's like, okay, if he wants to do it for Islam, he can do it with Sheikh Utman, right? But there's a lot of young channels who are in Sneako's ear trying to get him to, how do you word it? Trying to get you to disconnect from your original army, which is like, let's be real, Nick guys love you, right? Or they did love you. I don't know if they love you anymore.
I think they're just. I think they're trolling now because they're upset. But I think a lot of the rage bait and everything got people. It got people to misunderstand what I was talking about.
Yeah, I mean, how did you word it? Because like my brothers, the way they talk to me is like, when it's damage control time, don't bring Zherka, right? Because I don't have a filter, so if I talk about it, it sounds like I'm attacking you. But bro, you were dressed as a green leaf. What was that about?
I didn't leaf about anything. I didn't leaf about it. I misspoke and I said that I should have said white majority instead of white country. That's it. Well, other than that, my main point, which people are ignoring, is that the whites aren't the supreme race. Do you think that whites are the supreme race, Zerka?
Yes.
Why?
Because it's all anyone ever talks about, right? Like if the whole world is disputing whether they're the best, they don't dispute whether Arabs or Asians. It's always the white man. The whole world, it's like if we're all disputing, yo, is Sonic the Hedgehog the fastest hedgehog on Earth? Is he for thousands of years? What are you disputing? Why aren't you disputing any other characters? Because there's clearly truth there, right? You can't say Knuckles is the fastest animal in the kingdom. Number two, all of human history would look the same if you took out other races. If you deleted other races, history doesn't change at all. Like, if you take out the white man, the power goes up, the internet is gone, everyone's chopping each other's heads off, Genghis Khan everyone. Like, dude, if you delete the white man from history, and a lot of people critique me because they're like, bro, you make it sound more extreme than religion. Obviously, religion's number one, but that's not how humans work. It's called the human race because it's a race to the top. And if you slip one position, people kill you. That's why in South Africa, when the whites became a minority, they got killed, right? And every human can make the logical argument that they were in the Native Americans were intense sacrificing to their sun god. And people are like, well, didn't white people do that too in pagan times? And yeah, this is like you're winding the clock back thousands of years. We're saying in the same timeline, Native Americans are murdering each other. And the white man said, do you want Christianity and the internet? And they said, no, we want alcohol. Right? This is he who runs with fentanyl, wants more fentanyl. And we're like, okay, nigga. And you know what's crazy about white people is, I'm not even joking right now. Have you noticed that even when they don't have, this is so bad this is so bad what I'm going to say. Like, my people will get angry, but the white man is so pure that even when he doesn't have religion, like Sweden, there's no crime. Even when you take out their holy book, which evolves the man's psyche over time, right? Everyone needs a holy book, right? Even when you take out Christianity, their collective unconscious is still forgiving like Christ. That's why in Sweden there's no crime. I mean, You go to white nations and you just look around and you go, holy shit, they really understand teamwork. This is like a higher intelligence. And if psyche is the definition of mind and soul, then yeah, all souls are equal, but it seems like the white soul, it's got more. Well, I guess they were the most loyal to the cross. That's why they got rewarded this hard. But everywhere you look in history, white people don't conquer and make it worse. They make it better for everyone. Look at the blacks in Africa versus the Jay-Z's of America. Black people benefited from.
What are you
I'm
talking
not
about?
saying, I'm not saying while it was happening. I'm not saying I want slavery to happen right now. I'm saying the the byproduct of being around a white man was that the black man stopped chucking his spear and became Jay-Z. They became billionaires. They became Kanye's, Yeezy West. Um, Another thing is a white man is all about a duel, a fair fight, and every other race is about jumping you with 10 other guys. Have you ever noticed that? Like the white man invented the let's go cowboy duel one on one. And other races are all about like get this. You know what I mean?
I mean, you could argue that it's jumping on a larger scale because black conflict is like gang crime, white conflict is nuclear warfare.
All and start with like a basic book like the Secret Teachings of All Ages. They all believed in. And no one can really say what their religion was, right? Because it's a mystery. But there was like a golden time where they all were geniuses. Something, seven planetary root races, these energies that come down, right? This what they talk about is the esoteric. Um, they started battling each other, right? So some people say the gods made them battle. I don't really believe in the plural gods. I believe in those are like demonic forces and stuff, or whatever. But these seven root races started battling it out. And there's a lot of I don't believe in Helena Blavatsky, but she even said, she said bad things about Jesus, just like those Eastern mystics. But she said that the white man is the most evolved soul. Now, I believe all souls are equal, but why else would the benefiters, that Arabs and blacks and Asians, they all talk about the white man being the benefiter of all these blessings, but they stole it. Okay, besides the point, doesn't it just make sense that they held Jesus close and got rewarded for it the best? That makes a lot of sense to me.
Well,
You know,
how did they get rewarded the best? Like, why? What would you blame the white replacement on now?
um, what do you mean white replacement?
What's happening to if white people are superior? Then why are they getting replaced in the West?
Well, it seems like if I want to give a fair critique, I'll give an answer that you guys will love. There was greed involved. There's a greed to not wanting to start a family. There's a greed to not wanting to have kids, and it seems like a lot of these. Because I'm not that kind of guy who says in the world, right? I think they're like 60, 70% of the game, 75 maybe.
Mm-hmm.
But I think the rest of the big chunk is the white man, and meaning that chunk is powerful, right? Some people even say it's like a 50-50, but but now check this out. That chunk is so big that it can make a difference. And that chunk is like Bill Gates and all these kind of atheists that don't do shit about it. That's why, the atheists, they're like that, the white man at the top. And it seems like it's either the white man's greed or they've converted, which I don't know how much I buy that because at the top, it's more about the religion of greed, lust, wrath. They kind of lose their way anyway, even if the religion's bogus.
So
But
if God favored you so much, then how did you get greedy? Wouldn't you, if you were God's favored, then greed would not have corrupted you?
well, even in the Bible, it says in end times that like most of because when you read the Bible, it sounds crazy to say this, but even historians will agree with me. Any historian worth his salt, every time the Bible says, they're saying Christian. And I'm not saying that because like I'm on this side. I knew this even when I was an atheist. Like if they had 500 plus predictions of their Messiah coming, and then he came and fulfilled the covenant, then those every time it's saying Christian, because there was no word as Christian. There was no Christ follower word back then. That's what everyone got confused. That's why modern day Judaism got updated in the 1600s by the Zohar and stuff that Nick said, right? I said this even before that, but yeah, they update their religion because it's like two branch chains of Judaism that evolves into Christianity. They saw their Messiah, and the others that will not accept them. They're just greedy, evil, lustful, whatever, and it's split there, right, into the good magic and the witchcraft, right, or the good magnet, which is the cross. Anyways, it seems like it's end times, and that the white man is being replaced. Even birth rates in Russia are going down. That's wild to me. Every Western nation is being attacked, and the biggest lie is that they displaced these immigrants in the Arab wars. Take up the Arab immigration; they get all sorts of other people going into America, Canada, Australia, UK, all that, or England. Anyways, basically, it's like this. The algorithm shows who's the most favored, right? I think, Stigo, the coziest time you've had being a Muslim is the algorithm, right? If you were a white identity channel, you'd be nuked hard out there. And you did for 1 second. Like, you didn't say, oh, I'm pro-Palestine. You went with a white identity opinion one time and lost 2 million subscribers. Because you can hate on Israel all you want as a Muslim, but as soon as you do it with a white kind of accent, then you're.
Yeah, guys like Daniel Hakikachu and all the Muslims that I interview, Muslim Lancet, they have the same opinions, but they don't get banned. You know, Candace Owens is getting demonetized, the Christians, but it seems like the Muslim channels, besides, I mean, they do censor pro-Palestine stuff, but I mean, on YouTube, a lot of them have been able to keep their channels for sure.
And you got to remember that most, if not 90% of all Arab channels, I want to say Muslim, I want to say Arab channels, they all say 6 million pounds as they critique Israel. That's how you can tell how dirty these people are.
No, a lot of them don't say. A lot of them don't say the 6 million. No.
Oh, really?
That's
Mohammed Jabdo?
I haven't asked him about that, but I don't want to. I don't want to get him arrested.
I watched Speaker's Corner for years. I swear to God, if a Palestinian person in Gaza was a YouTube watcher, they would say Nick defended them harder than all those Arab channels. You don't know how they debate. They say, yes, 6 million passed, but what they're doing in Israel is the same thing as World War II. The language, the spell casting is against their own people. Every single Arab nation gave up on Palestine, and they give you hugging videos. They give you, oh, look, I hugged them. I hugged the Palestinians, so I'm a good guy. Bro, every Arab nation turned their back on Palestine. That tells you all you got to know about who the good guys are. The good guys are the white people, right? The white people
Then what do you blame the neocons for messing up Iraq and messing up the Middle East the way they did to try to spread?
I do. I blame neocons.
Okay, or you blame. What about no blame towards Hillary Clinton, Bill Clinton, George Bush Senior, Bill, like any of these people?
Yeah, any atheist is what the that, right? Whether neocon or Democrat, they are with.
So an atheist white person is.
No, they work for the.
Okay, then what about Trump shaking hands with Netanyahu? He doesn't count?
Because Trump is a wrecking ball, so he counts for now until he's in power, and then I mean, like, Trump Trump spoke very pro-war, or not pro, yeah, I guess we'll say Rocket Man, pro-war, that Rocket Man phase. And then he didn't do shit for 4 years. There was no war. So maybe he can speak about wiping out Gaza, and then for 4 years there'll be peace, right? He's still a wild card, right? That's why, you, Nick, everyone attacked Trump, and I critique him a lot, but like I don't let go of the wild card because every other card is so predictable, dude. Why would I want to play any other card? Right? Why would I want to play a card where it's like, not to shit on the Arabs, but if I watch my getting killed like that, I think I would mobilize. I think I'd do something. And every Arab nation gave up on Palestine. And John, it's not true. It's just the government. Then fucking riot. Go fight if it's the government. They don't even do that. Losers, man. They're just evil people. Like
That's
they're
not
just.
true. But how do you
enough.
activate the Christian power? Like if you're a white person and you want to get closer to Christ, and maybe you're a disbeliever, and you work for you're saying, how do you get the benefits of white privilege and activate the cross?
I think it's always the CC rule of confess and convert. Because look at me, I'm a huge sinner, and I've gotten way better over time, but I'm still like the worst kind of religious person on earth. Because to be religious is really just a sequence of actions. It's not just like talking about it, right? So if you think about it, I'm very bad at the religion part, but I'm like the most blessed channel where I went hard on Israel, as harder than Nick. And I still, went through the money portal, the clout portal. People accused me of being CIA, of doing this. They were like, this is voodoo, this is witchcraft, this is whatever. But these are real, genuine blessings. I don't have to work and I make a shit ton of money, not scamming. When have you ever heard someone live that life? And, when I don't make money, it's like 50 bands. I do make money, it's like 80 bands. But I never worked for either. I'm not working. It's just pouring into my hand. And people are like, well, why you act like it's so surprising? Because I'm surprised that my first year of 2023 blessings wasn't like this. It was more like I had to just Jack Doherty collab here, whatever. But the point is all these blessings is from confessing and converting a bunch of people. I sinned throughout the whole thing. And look at my life. Look at theirs. Look at my haters. Look at, one bad streamer who actually happy, in life, or they crush, their lives are over. Bro, if you get banned as a streamer, your life is over. Like, think about it. Or even as a YouTuber. Sneeko is just resilient, and I don't think Sneeko's YouTuber buddies could do what he did. I don't think they'd even attempt the Rumble thing, especially when Rumble was nothing. Bro, I'm blessed as shit. Way more blessed than you. Like, do you anyone listening to this, if you're on the fence of converting, first of all, check with your skin color. That's going to decide it. Number two, my life is so much more blessed than Sneeko's, right? Because Sneeko is like this pyramid of hard work, and mine's like very quick booms to the top. Mine is better than his. Mine comes with genuine technology of prayer. Sneeko's religion comes with, they got him to turn on Nick. They got him, they brainwashing him, and then they go, thanks, Sneeko, for the 100,000 new followers, even though I didn't do shit for your channel. What kind of deal is that? And you know what's crazy is
that's the worst trade deal in the history of trade deals.
Yes, and
that's not true.
Chat, I can't see you guys, but Sneeko was accused of being a fake. Now he's too radical by the same people who are calling him a fake.
I was mostly Christians that were calling me fake, not Muslims.
Yeah, that's what's crazy is you went so far on this side that they're starting to get riled up with that shit. And to be honest, it's like, Sneeko, when has Nick ever whispered in your ear to have an opinion? When has Zherka ever? I had weeks to whisper in your ear, this is why you're actually a white man, right? I'll say, hey, I'll send you a text message. No, you're on team white. But I'll never call you. Even though I'm losing you as a homie, I'm like, man, this guy's turning into whatever. I've never done that. I would never whisper in your ear, bro, this is how you should think. I'll wait for you to ask me, hey, Zherka, which side, how should I think, right? how many of your Arab buddies, because I don't want to say Muslims, because then I'm attacking Indonesians who have nothing to do with this. It's Arabs. How many of your Arab buddies can they even have a dinner with you without trying to bend your platform? It's bro, and even Aiden's buddies and stuff. It's like Aiden's a lot nicer to you than his buddies. When people are around you, whether it's Sarah, Aiden, or Arab, not Arab TV, not the Christian, but if it's an Arab, Sarah, or Aiden's buddies, or YouTubers, or whoever Sneako's around, they never can just like chill and laugh with Sneako. They always, can I bend your platform? This can I use your machine? I'm confi and I don't have an independent machine of my own. I have to use Aiden's by letting his balls on my forehead. I've never in my life seen you have a industry buddy that doesn't grab your goddamn platform and try to do something with it. Like hey, this is the malleable. This guy's been on YouTube for 10 years. He knows how to ride a trend. Maybe he can be a Muslim. Maybe he can. Bro, do you have anyone in your life that doesn't grab? Bro, my chat hated me for a year when I ran podcasts on Twitch because they said you let everyone grab your platform and do whatever they want with it. And you just mute your mic and make money, Zherka. And I'm like, yeah, I mean, I'm not afraid they're going to steal my audience. They're never going to be Zherka, right? And you are not afraid that anyone's going to steal the Sneako audience. So you're like, yeah, just whatever, do whatever you want with it. And then at first it was annoying because they're like doing stuff with your machine. But then they start whispering in your ear saying, we can't control Sneako's machine. And Sneako be more radical and a little more left wing and do this for. How many papers have these guys gotten out of you while you're on autopilot mode? I don't even know. It's brutal. And then you look at me and Nick, who are Sneako's friends, who have never, ever pushed Sneako into an opinion that's disastrous or an opinion that's too Zherka, not Sneako enough. If an opinion is too Zherka, I just keep it for myself. And you don't even have friends who have streamed in your house for a year for free. I don't think anyone does anything for you for free. Nick doesn't grow.
What about
with
Warner?
You. I really love Warner, so I'm never talking bad about Warner. Like, bro, when someone gets along with my dad, you don't know how much I love them. Like, I don't like legit. If Warner got in front of a million people to do his dawah, I would let him do it. That if you're cool with my dad, go nuts, bro. But
Yeah.
Lantern is the smaller kid. Lantern.
Yeah, he's like 5'10".
Yeah, I have a feeling that you and these Arabs, like Warner, talks to you about real world stuff too. You change the topic, he'll change the topic, whatever, bro. I don't know if it's just the collab dinners where you have to talk about Islam, but bro, if there's an agenda playing when you're chilling with your friend named Sneako, you got to really ask yourself, are you chilling with Sneako or his platform? And yes, you can chill with someone's platform even if they're offline. Actually, the greatest snakes will be your friend for a year offline before they grab the community and do something with it. And maybe I'm being extreme, but for weeks and weeks, people are like, yo, tell Sneako this stuff. And I'm like, I'm not going to do that because it looks like Sneako, come on our side. We need a little more clout here. And it's like, and I don't think Nick did that to you either. I don't think Myron did that to you. And what's Nick, Myron, Zherka got in common? We're on the white side, really.
Myron's on the white side. I mean,
he really is.
He really is. He really is. Yeah.
He's a cop. He's a cop. He really is.
Yeah. Well, then how do you activate the powers of confession? Because, I mean, let's be honest. Are you really going into, confessing after mass, or can you confess from home?
Well, that's the thing. It's like when people say, "How do you vote for Trump? You're not even an American." I got 500,000 followers. I'll make them vote for me. Just same with confessing. When I confess alone, it brings blessings. But I'm positive that when I do it live and on my channels, because I see the emails, I'm positive that has an effect too, right? I believe in works, huge, because faith without works is dead. And obviously faith is all you need, is then faith has this energy. No one talks about how faith has this energy. It just has this dominating energy to make you go do shit, like coffee. Way stronger than coffee. Like
Coffee and a
cocaine.
cigarette. Yeah, a European cocaine and cigarette hits like a bump. But
Most geniuses throughout history smoked a bit of tobacco 3-4 times a day.
I quit. I haven't smoked a cigarette since since Bosnia. I didn't smoke anything in Saudi, and I haven't touched one since I came back to Miami. It's the longest I've been out with the cigarette for a while.
These are not Zherka Reds. They're like
Yeah, the
they're like
European cigarettes. They're nice though. When I'm in Europe, it doesn't hit for some reason. Like you don't feel like you're ruining your lungs when you're smoking a cigarette in Europe.
Paracelsus said the dose makes the poison. So if you have trouble with hoes, that's because you're dating 10. Lower it to 1 and it'll be 0 very soon. The dose makes the poison. The poison is not, there's no such thing as poison. You can have a bit of McDonald's, not a lot. The dose makes the poison. That's Hohenheim. And Paracelsus also said, as the greatest physician on earth, dealing with sick people and stuff, he said the number one reason why people get sick and why he prescribed Christianity to people is when people lie, they get sick faster. That's why we get angry when we see people down on their luck or diseased and stuff. I never thought of a moral component to your health, but yeah, when you're lying, you're hiding stuff, and that's a pressure. There's a psychic tension. That's why screamers who hide, they go mentally insane, or they cope with drugs or whatever for as long as they can. But he also did some crazy shit. Like Paracelsus would work with dead bodies by the end of his career. Like he was the greatest physician. Well, he was studying medicine, right? He was obsessed with. He said medicine, the esoteric side of medicine, guys. This is the founder and father of all physicians that came after, right? He said the 3 components of medicine is, number 1, the biggest one is love. Yeah, so you guys better love your children if you want them to be healthy. 2, astrological timing, right? Zodiac alignments. There's certain stuff, there's certain babies born on certain months. Interesting stuff. And 3 will be herbal and all these natural homeopathic medicines depending on your race. So certain people are for certain dandelion root extract and stuff like that. Yeah, I've read so much of his work, man.
What's his name again?
Crazy. You don't know who Paracelsus is?
What's it?
Hohenheim?
I can't hear you. What's the name?
You know who Paracelsus is?
No, who's that?
Chat. You get one in the chat if you know. Do you not even watch like History Channel, bro?
Yeah, well, it was like the aliens and stuff. Who's this guy?
I think the best way to word it is, do you trust your doctor or this dude? Right? And he was a Christian. He took it a little far though. Protestant. When Protestants were a little more cool.
I haven't seen anybody say 1 in the chat. Seeing some 2s.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Oh, what kind of chat is it today? Are these guys fucking rocking with me? Or
yeah, they are. It's all your guys. It's all your guys.
Oh shit! Let's go.
You disconnected. You're back now. Yeah, they're spamming 999 and stuff. This is cool visual right there.
Hey.
You're up early in the day. I'm surprised. I've never seen you get up this early.
Because when you said let's podcast, you're the only dude who, whether it's going good or bad, if I say, hey, let's do 3 hours, you'll be like, okay, we're doing 3 hours today. And for the first time, I have 100% battery. Let's go.
3 hours is crazy. I don't know about 3 hours. Zherka, I've been live for 6 hours. Let's get questions from the chat. Let's ask him. I was going to ask you one. What was I going to ask you? You were just talking about.
Bro, am I the one who just woke up, or you? Why are you so tired?
I've been live for 6 hours. I had to go deal with the Tate beef. I had to deal with a lot of things
Oh
today.
no disrespect, chat. I watch clips. I don't watch VODs. I don't have time for that. I need you guys to keep me up to date. What the hell is that Andrew Tate meeting? He said one thing after you actually called him a.
No, I said if you believe in white supremacy, it's the same ideology.
So how did he link his name to that?
Because I said if you believe white supremacy is true.
Yeah, but shouldn't Nick respond to that?
No, Tate was siding with the whites. He was saying that he thinks white supremacists are right.
It's strange to me that it sounds crazy to say, but for years he was very afraid to piss off your community. Tate, do you remember when there was like the whole it was you and me on collab, and then Tate said something that everyone said it was about Sneeko, and then he's like, I didn't say anything bad about Sneeko. That's like the first time I saw him. The fear he has for Nick, he had for you, and he had years to attack you, and he held it in. And I'm like, am I seeing shit? Am I just being a hater, or he does? You don't. And now, for the first time, he actually attacks you. Like, what changed? It's just because of that tweet. It's not
Yeah, I
tweet.
quoted his tweet. That's it. That's all that changed. He tweeted.
There's nothing else.
Nothing else. Yeah. Nothing else. He unleashed pretty hard. I'm not omitting info. That's it. He said white supremacy is true, and I quoted the tweet, and I said this is not. This is basically I said like Muslims don't believe in this. Like if that's not, it's the fundamentals of Islam gets rid of any superiority in race. If you believe in supremacy,
You don't believe that.
that's exactly what I believe.
Is there a supremacy to a leadership position?
Yeah, leaders are they're in a position of power.
Yeah. Do you believe that some people can lead their people?
Yeah, so of course people could lead people, but that has nothing to do with one race being superior.
Yeah, they don't say it out loud, but the Saudi thinks they're superior. They're superior. The whites, they're supposed to think
No,
that.
the Saudis,
Isn't that
it
just
says
a norm?
that, look, but Muslims, we just believe in Quran Sunnah. And in there's hadith, one of the verified hadiths in Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam, one of his last speeches, he said, no Arab has superiority over a non-Arab. No white has superiority over a black. It is one of his last speeches.
Of course, we're talking about the soul, but all holy books also talk about being not righteous and evil. Well, the Abrahamic faiths talk about this. Well, they go back and forth. Sometimes they say there is no evil. Sometimes, whatever they're lawyers, but 100%, you can definitely see some groups degenerate. And I'm not saying their soul is worth less than ours.
Whites are degenerating right now. So I mean that's not a credibility for a superiority. But I don't want to get clipped and seem like I'm talking bad mouthing Tate about you. It's just going to stir more beef. Let me ask you. Someone at the base Machiavelli said that makes the most sense. Base Machiavelli says, where do geniuses get their ideas from? That's a good question. And you also said that geniuses smoke tobacco. So why do geniuses smoke tobacco, and where do they get their ideas from?
It's not the tobacco. Like stimulants are okay. I'm not saying that's the reason.